What's going on, Newcastle Fans TV? Joined by Dean. Newcastle 3, Southampton 0, mate. What a victory! It
was what a performance. That performance I thought was better than the Man United game. Every player, I thought every player was. It was just phenomenal. The performance that we put in, from the back to the front, I thought it was excellent. Absolutely excellent.
I think Southampton, the way they set up the defender to go for a point, and that's a really bad thing if you're the away team. If you're in and around us where they are now, every game now is crucial. That they should have come for the 3 points, and Newcastle, were scored after the minute, which helped, and after that we never gave up. Yes, it was a bit cagey at times, but for me, Southampton couldn't string 2 passes together.
No, they couldn't. Every time Southampton came on the attack, I didn't feel threatened by Southampton at all. No. There's not one player in there that I thought could do something. Gabby Dini, not really. There's no one for me that could string a couple of. They can't string a couple of passes together. And when you're down at the bottom of the league, you need someone who can chip in with a couple of goals, and Southampton haven't got that.
So obviously the disaster came after the first minute. That ball by John Sharkey over the top. I mean, what a touch by Kennedy. Just to flick that past the goalkeeper, and that just goes to prove how bad their defender's been this season.
He's quality Kennedy, isn't he?
And we've had chances as well. The 25th minute, we know we had that chance which we should have put in. Good save by the goalkeeper, but we should be doing better. And then again, we've got that goal on the 28th minute to make it 2-0. And Southampton, for me, were the cast of their own downfall. Really,
we should have had more at half time. I thought we had chances. Gale with that chance there. I think there was one more, but I think we should have been a few up at half time.
I mean, I was sitting up with the Southampton fans, and every time they touched the ball, it was literally boo. Every time the manager was touching the ball, substitutions and whatnot. And for me, you could tell they're a team that's struggling. You can probably hear Sky Sports in the background, shock. But second half, it was all about getting that third goal, and we just had to be patient, and we did that, and we got the third, didn't we?
Well, it was a real professional display from Newcastle, I thought, today. Really professional. And like you said, with the Southampton fans, you do feel sorry for them. But we were in that position once, and did we react like that? I can't. But at the end of the day, Southampton are a big club, and I don't think they should be where they are.
I think you were saying they were in the same predicament as what Newcastle were 2 years ago under Steve McLaren. I think they're not playing for the manager. Pellegrino's trying to make a few changes. They're not scoring enough goals, and that's the problem that we had. But the difference is with Southampton is they sell a lot of their best players for good money, but they don't buy. Whereas we spent £80 million, on a squad that simply wasn't good enough to stay in the Premier League. No. Now I think, for me, if I was a Southampton fan, I think he's got to go tonight. If they have any ambition of staying in the Premier League this season, they've got to get rid of him. What do you think?
I 200% agree. The only player that, for me, that Southampton stood up, that put a bit of graft in, was Josh Sims when he came on, a youngster from Southampton. I think he plays for the fans, and I think that's what the fans want to see, more young talent come into the squad.
For me, they're very complacent. They give the ball away in silly areas, and they were allowing Newcastle just to break forward. And we didn't attack a great deal that second half because we didn't have to. Yeah. But if they come up against better opposition, they're going to get battered.
100%. Well, it's professional by us. If they come up against Man United, God help them, because the defence. They couldn't string a couple of passes together. I was watching. I can't remember the centre back's name, but he was dreadful, absolutely dreadful.
Southampton? Hoyvier?
Hoyvier, he was dreadful, absolutely dreadful.
He looks absolutely useless.
He does. And I think Southampton need a leader, and they don't have a leader at the minute.
Yeah, I think that's what they're missing. I think every time you watch them, their back four was all over the place, and I think the difference between Newcastle and Southampton is Newcastle our problem is not finishing our chances, whereas we can defend, whereas Southampton can't defend.
We're great at defending corners, no problem. Set pieces, no problem. I think I would like to see Shelby stay on a bit more, because I like watching Shelby. He's great to watch when he's on his game like today. But I thought Southampton were very, very poor today as well.
We're happy with Rafa Benitez's substitutions. Obviously, he brought off Dwight Gale. He brought on the likes of Moreno. Yeah, have to.
His substitutions are positive, but Moreno, for me, I don't think he gives to anything. Like, I've been hearing that he wants to leave. I think the shirt's too heavy for him.
It doesn't make any sense at the fact he was on loan at the start of the season, and we somehow signed him a month later, and he just hasn't been the same. I don't know what that problem is.
No, I don't. I think the shirt's too heavy for him. Simple as. I think we're a big club, and he needs to pull his socks up if he wants to stay here, but he doesn't, so I'd let him go.
And that's because Diarmé is playing so well, isn't he?
Diarmé, he's massive.
He's really stepped up the last 2 or 3 games.
Definitely 100%. I think Diarmé carries on playing like that. Big clubs will be wanting to sign him like that. 100%.
And you wouldn't have said that maybe 2 months ago?
No, he wouldn't. Definitely
so, obviously 3-0, a really convincing win for Newcastle. Who was your stand-up man of the match today?
It's got to be Kennedy, hasn't it?
Brilliant, 2 goals.
2 goals. You can't ask for anything more than a winger than that, can you? It's a great performance from him.
I mean, to be honest, at the start of the game, I think a lot of fans were expecting to be dropped because he wasn't really looking up to it the last couple of games. Maybe he's just looked a bit tired, but he really showed what he's all about, and this is why I think Rafa Benitez, needs to sign him at the end of the season.
100%, along with Dubravka.
Yeah, honestly, I've said some good things about the goalkeeper. His distribution's brilliant. He's kicking, he's passing, all of it. He's very confident, and that's what you want.
You can see him when you're watching him. He talks to his defence, like really. Yeah. He gives them ideas, and he's always telling them what to do. I think he could be a real asset to the squad if we get him, if we sign him.
Yeah, he was looking brilliant. So now next week, well, I say next week, we don't have a game for now for about 2 or 3 weeks. The next game's Huddersfield Town. Obviously they're going to Spain now. What do you make of that? Do you think we should have had a game more local, or do you think it's they probably deserve it now that the fact they've won 3-0?
I think they deserve it. Go and take that to Spain. Go and have a good couple of days. I think they need it, because come against Huddersfield Town, that's a 3-pointer that for us.
Yeah, definitely.
We need the 3 points, because if we're gonna stay up, which I hope we are, and I think we will do, we need that 3 points against Huddersfield, 100%.
So that's just the thoughts from Dean. A fantastic performance by the lads, and if we can keep that up against Huddersfield and get the win in the next 2 or 3 weeks, we'll be safe. Leave me your thoughts down below of what we've had to say, and who was your man in the match as well. Anyway, thanks very much for having us on, Dean. Thank you very much for coming on, Dean.
No problem. Cheers.